Good morning, welcome to breakfast with Nagamon Chetty and Charlie State.
Our headlines. We are behind you. That's the government's message to health workers as millions of pieces of equipment are deployed ahead of the toughest weeks of the coronavirus crisis.
The message is we entirely understand how important it is that you get the kit you need and feel safe and are safe in doing this amazing work that you are doing.
Good morning. What support is coming for the self-employed? Later, the Chancellor will tell the hairdressers, taxi drivers, IT experts, 5 million workers what they can expect.
Nightly support for health workers. First seen in Europe, coming to the UK with a mass event planned for 8 o'clock tonight.
Good morning. In sport, supporting supporters. The football club's phoning fans while the stadiums are shut. We'll be chatting to a Premier League player and one of the fans he's been talking to. The dad in self-isolation in a camper van and why his 4-year-old daughter thinks he's thousands of miles away in Africa.
Good morning. For England and for Wales today, it's a cold start, but another dry day with a lot of sunshine. For Scotland and Northern Ireland, a bit more cloud and some patchy rain. I'll have all the details coming up.
Good morning, it's Thursday, March the 26th. Our top story today, more personal protective equipment for frontline NHS workers is on the way. That is the promise made by the Health Minister, Edward Arga, in the last few minutes here on Breakfast.
What he said is that the country has significant stockpiles, I quote, of gloves, masks and other protective clothing, and that it is being sent out to all frontline NHS staff who need it, including social carers and pharmacists.
We entirely understand how important it is that you get the kit you need and feel safe and are safe in doing this amazing work that you are doing. And often as a shorthand, we talk about the NHS frontline, who are absolutely vital, but we shouldn't forget social care, pharmacy, whole range of other key medical and healthcare professionals who play their part. We are ramping up deliveries of PPE. Radically, we've brought the army in to help with what is a huge logistics exercise. I think in the past few days, and I may get my figures a little bit out, but in the past few days, about 24 million pairs of protective gloves delivered, 13 million protective face masks and similar delivered. Just two examples, but every day we are getting masses of PPE out. All organisations, all acute trusts and similar should have had a big drop of this. But of course, in the nature of this, PPE gets used, and it gets used at quite a high rate, particularly by ambulance service staff and others. So we've got to keep replenishing those stocks. We have significant stockpiles in this country to meet need. What we're doing now is making sure that the logistic exercise is there to get it out to the front line. And I have to say a big thank you to our colleagues in the Ministry of Defence and the Army for the amazing work they're doing since they've been brought in.
As Edward Arga speaking to us a short time ago, so the government will also set out support today for self-employed people who've lost work because of the coronavirus disruption. Let's get more from our political correspondent, Leila Nathu in Westminster. So Leila, this has been, for those self-employed people, a long time coming. We understand the Chancellor to make a statement later on today.
Absolutely, Charlie. It's been one of the outstanding issues of the government support package. Massive support promised across the economy, but support for the self-employed has yet to come. So far, self-employed people who've suffered a dramatic fall in their incomes in many cases have been advised to look to the benefit system. Universal credit, we know now, has been overwhelmed. There's been a surge of applications. The government has insisted they are trying to come up with a system, but it has been very complicated. Some of the issues that they are dealing with are how to identify those most in need, those self-employed people who need the support most. Some self-employed people go in and out of being self-employed. So one year they're self-employed, another year they may be employed, and how to offer a fair subsidy of their wages when many people who are self-employed, their wages vary from year to year. So lots of difficulties, but clearly a lot of pressure on the government now. From Labour have been calling for the self-employed to be a priority. A lot of Tory MPs too have been saying that this should have been worked out far earlier, but we are expecting to hear a package of measures from the government announced later today. Many people will be watching for exactly how soon those measures of support can come in.
Leila, for the moment, thank you.
The government has ordered 10,000 ventilators from Dyson, a company made famous by its vacuum cleaners, to help deal with the coronavirus crisis. The firm, headed by the British inventor